Hey everyone, welcome to today's Program Yourself Thin podcast. Today we're talking about the stricter your diet, the worse your maintenance. This is cut and dry. There is one thing they have studied from beginning to end over and over and over again, and it's this, that if you want to be able to evaluate your diet for the long-term success, then it simply comes down to this, that the stricter it is, the more rigid it is, the less likely it is that you're going to follow it. And so it's up to you how you want to evaluate your diet. If you just want to look at the weight loss phase and you just want to lose weight as quick as possible, then knock yourself out. The stricter, the better. But if you're talking about long term, if you're talking about not just losing the weight, but keeping it off so that you can live at your goal weight, then the stricter the plan is, the less likely it is that you are going to succeed long term with it. And so I leave that option up to you. Choose whatever you want from those two options of whether just losing weight quick and putting it back on, or to drop the weight and keep it off for the rest of your life on near autopilot. But the main thing right at the beginning of the journey that's going to let you know what your chances of success are is how strict it is. And it's obvious because the stricter it is, the less likely you can keep it up, because we're humans and we have lives that are constantly changing and challenging us. And they're not always easy. And so we have to realize that as soon as you get sick, you get bored, you get, fired from your job, you have to move, you get an argument with your partner or divorced, all of a sudden it's going to be a lot harder to get yourself to follow a really strict plan. And this has probably been the main thing that has knocked you off track time and time and time again over your weight loss history, is that the plan you were doing, which you could do for a little while when you were really fixated on it and built everything around it, that at some point something happened and you couldn't keep it up. And so it's an opportunity for you now to learn from that and grow, and to realize that you need to build in some flexibility with your plan, because you need to have that flexibility to be able to get through life following it. And if you think you're just going to be 100% rigid, perfect, strict for the rest of your life, you're never going to be. And it's time for you to take a step back, realize that, and work into your plan some flexibility to be able to deal with the challenges and the downsides of life. And once you do that, it's going to feel amazing, because for the first time in your life, you're going to realize you have a plan that you can be perfect with sometimes, but then if you can't be perfect, you can still follow it. And that is the secret to really not just losing weight, but mastering your weight long-term so you can stay at your goal weight, is to be able to have the flexibility to adjust when it's called for. And so if you have no idea how to do this, again, click the link in my bio, get the hypnosis session I give you, watch the video, read the emails, and I'll help show you a better way that is much more flexible and set up for you to live at your goal weight for the rest of your life on near autopilot. So if that helps you out. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them. What's up, Karen? How's it going? There is a noise, Jim. Not sure if it's me or you on TikTok. Oh, you hear it on TikTok too, like a mic cracking? Let me try something. What's up, Cindy? Let me see. Is that better? Is there still a noise? We can't have noises. No way. Let me know if that fixed it. And if not, I'll use one of my new fancy microphones. What's up, Connie? How's it going? Is it any better? It's better. Okay. It's better. It's still there, Jody. I hope it's better. Usually, what does that I swear, what fixes technical issues 90% of the time is just turn it on or turn it off, or unplug it and replug it back in. So we'll see if that did the trick here. Oh, okay. Jen, how's it going? No noise on YouTube. Very good. I figured. Okay, it's better. Very good. Better now. All right. Very good. So, yeah, great. I don't know what that was. Yeah, you never know, right? It's so funny, but I do have my new microphone stuff. I haven't even got to use it yet, but I got to do it. Connie said, Jim, I also like to smack and bang on things for tech issues. Yeah, right. It works most of the time, so why not? So funny. I know, it's like, what is it? I don't know what happened. Electrical issues, electrical charges. I don't know, but so I see you, Connie. I saw what you wrote. So let's see what we got. Hard truth. I'm full of excuses lately. Let's talk about that, because that's one of my favorite conversations in the world. It's the old excuses versus reasons conversation. And I think, this is an opportunity for you to be honest with yourself. And, so this is gonna be a little bit layered. So a lot of times now, especially I'm speaking specifically to my people. My people are people that are overthinkers, perfectionists, and if we make a mistake or we do something wrong, it's just an excuse. And we're screwing up and we're always hard on ourselves. We always expect perfection. Any mistakes we make, it's because we're making excuses and we just should have done the right thing and we didn't, and we're a bad person because we didn't do it. Okay. So that's always kind of like how we go at it naturally. So I think it's important to take a step back and realize, of course, Connie, you are very committed to this. Okay. Now you got a busy lifestyle, right? And so that's just an excuse, Jim. Well, is it? Is it? Is having 3 kids that you're constantly taking care of constantly, sports and food and school and homework and clothes and everything, is that an excuse? Or is that a reason why you might be a little tired, a little stressed, grabbing shittier foods than you normally would? You know? So I this conversation I've had a million times with myself and my clients, because when we go into everything as an excuse and we beat ourselves up for doing it, we really leave no room for figuring out a good solution, right? Because the solution's always the same. Come on, I should have just done the right thing. No matter what the situation is, I should always just do the right thing. If I was serious, I would just always do the right thing, you know? And that's fucking bullshit. No way. No way can you always do the right thing. Okay. That being said, we want to look at reasons and excuses, because if we look at everything as an excuse, the answer is always, I'll just force myself to do it. And there's no granular solution. There's no granular strategy of how to deal with what we're challenged with. It's just, come on, just do it. And that to me is complete bullshit. It sounds great. Okay. There's a big market for it, but it's bullshit, because you're not always going to be able to get yourself to just blast through your exhaustion and your tiredness and your stress and all the other bullshit in your life. So what do we do in that case? We take a step back. I'm doing this right now. I will tell you, I do this because this to me is real life. Like I put 5 pounds on in the last week or two. And I know why. I got this shoulder thing coming up and it's just on my mind. I'm like, I got a countdown till Friday. And it's like, I'm not even so nervous about the surgery. It's the recovery. But the point is that it's a real thing. I'm like, oh, it's just an excuse, Jim. You should still eat perfect. So what if you get surgery? So what? You should just eat perfect. I don't think that way. I don't think that way. And this is what I do all day. All right. Life's real and it has a real impact on you. And so for me, yeah, I guess surgery come up. It's weighing on my head. I'm stressed. I'm nervous about it. I'm anxious about what the recovery is going to be like. So is it affecting my eating? Yeah. Is it destroying my eating? Is it completely not? No. But is my eating as clean as it was 3 weeks ago? No. I'm okay with that. That's normal. That's a reason to me, not an excuse. And so I think for you, Connie, that cut that shit with the excuses, because I know you're just lumping everything together in an excuse, and I know it's not accurate. And so if I was working with you, I would say, what are some of the things going on? Why are you stressed? Well, I know a couple of them, at least they're revolving around taking care of 3 kids, especially the beginning of the year, September. September is a very stressful month as a parent, because all of a sudden it's like you're in summer mode, which is stressful in its own way, but now you're in a school mode. And now it's like, you got to get them to school. You got to get up earlier. You got to track their homework. You got to make them lunches. You got to get their clothes ready. It's just a lot more responsibility. And so is that an excuse? I don't think so. I think it's a legitimate reason why you may be more stressed and depleted and tired, and your eating might have gone off a little off track a bit. And so once you recognize that, then you can go to work on saying, okay, how can I deal with this? What's the best way for me to deal with this stress right now? Like, I'm kind of making it up, Connie, a little bit, but you see, the process is the same. And so maybe I could get to bed a little bit earlier. Maybe I make sure I drink some water. I got to make sure I take a few moments to relax. Whatever it may be, we look at the actual issue at hand and we deal with it, and I think that's just, to me, that's such a better way to go about it than to be like, oh, I'm just full of excuses. And here I go again. I'm making a bunch of bullshit excuses. I'm a loser. I always do this. I do great. And then I'll just start making my excuses. There's no conversation there. It's just beating yourself up. I want to explore what's going on. Why? Because I trust myself. You know what I mean? I'm not some asshole. I'm not a bad person. I make mistakes. Sometimes I eat better. Sometimes I eat worse. I make a good mistake. Sometimes I don't. But when I don't make a good decision, I'm not a fucking asshole. I'm not a bad person. I don't need to be whipped. I don't need to be punished. I wish you could all let that go, because I know, like, you think it's helping you out when you beat yourself up. But I'm telling you, it's not. It depletes you even more. Usually when you're struggling, it's when you're at a time when you're at low energy, emotionally, you're kind of in a tough spot. Whatever situations in life are challenging. And then you would just pile on top of yourself even more. So I don't know if that helped you out, Connie, but I hope it does. Blackberry. So they like to chew or eat while studying. Yeah, I get that. A lot of people link up eating with studying. So I totally get that. But and again, to me, this is a good example, right? Let's talk about this for a second. Let's say you're a person who who likes to eat while you're studying. Okay. So what you're typically going to do to try and change it, you're just going to try and stop eating. Right. So we're just going to remove it. So in Program Yourself, then we have the 3 R's of weight loss: reduce, replace, remove. With dieting, it's always just remove. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Right. But what you don't realize is you've associated eating with getting yourself to study, or getting yourself through the boredom of studying, or the anxiety of studying, or whatever it is. So the eating is, it's a Pavlovian connection you've created. So that's part of it. And another part is that the eating serves a positive function for you. It probably calms you down a little bit, gets you focused on something else so you can kind of get yourself to study, or it's soothing or whatever. It serves some emotional purpose, most likely. So we don't want to just get rid of it. We want to figure out what emotional purpose it serves and keep that. So let's just say it helps you deal with anxiety. Maybe you got studying anxiety and it's like you can't get yourself to study. So I'd want to say, how do I want to feel? I want to feel motivated, calm, and excited to study. What would that feel like? You know what I mean? So I'd start to articulate how I wanted to feel, and I would look to create the feelings that the food was giving me without the food. I would do that first, and then I would go to work on just the Pavlovian association with it. And I would do that in a number of ways too. So again, it's a bit more. Dieters are so famous for just like the one sentence diagnosis. I can't stop eating when I study. I'm full of excuses. I'm a sugaraholic. I'm a sweet addict. I'm an overeater. It's like these one sentence definitions of yourself that are just like anchors to being overweight. Like you're chained to the identity and the mindset of being overweight because of these very, very vague, small sentence descriptions of who you are and what you're all about when it comes to food. And it's all bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I can't even, you know what I mean? You're such a rich, layered, complex being to say, oh, I'm addicted to sweets. That is like 1% of your problem, And it's like to just define like that's the whole thing. It's fucking stupid. And it's the diet mindset. It makes me crazy. And yeah. Garrett says, I've been terrible lately. Feel like I'm always hungry, but I'm not. Again, I just say I would not want to say, I wouldn't want to say I've been terrible lately. That is such a vague description of things. I don't even know what I've been terrible means. I don't know what that means. Like, what's it mean? You know what I mean? I've been terrible is so vague. Like you've been, beating up old people, robbing senior citizens, knocking, I don't go into it, but I mean, what's being terrible? I've been terrible lately, right? This languaging, we can't just accept it. We got to go deeper to say, oh, terrible. What do I mean? Oh, well, I've been eating a little extra at night. Okay, was that terrible? You know what I mean? I know it may sound semantical to you and say, oh, Jim, it's just semantics. I know what I mean. Words have meaning. And when we keep walking, it's, oh, I've been so terrible. I've been so terrible. I bet you haven't been that terrible. Maybe you have. You know what I mean? Maybe you're fucking a really terrible person, Karen. Maybe you've just been doing the most terrible things ever. You've been on a 1 month binge of just being a terrible human being, but I doubt it, And I think that definition of I've been so terrible lately. I would want to make it more specific. Oh, I've been snacking more on potato chips. Okay. I've been eating cookies after dinner. Oh, okay. They're not terrible. Okay, we want to change that behavior. I understand, but you're not a terrible person because you've been doing that, right? Jody says, sorry, the noise is back. Intermittent sounds like cracking. That is weird. Let's try this out. Let's give it a shot. Can we try it out? Will I have all the stuff? Do we ever have all the stuff? Let's find out here. It's looking like I don't. How's it always this way? Oh, there it is. No, I do have it. It's just in the wrong spot. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's try a different one. Let's see here. All right. take this and we'll put it there. Then we'll take this, put it here. Then we'll take this and we'll put it right here. All right. Let me get this. So hold on, everyone, for 1 second. Let me check. Can you guys hear me? Okay. That's kind of good. Let's put that up here. I'll put it on my shirt. All right. Does that sound any better? I don't know. Let me know. So, Christelle, how's it going? Jim, hey, man, I'm suddenly so discouraged. Geez, what a day, right? You know, it's funny. This time of year, I will tell you, I know because I see this all the time. I'm on the back end, so I can see the consumption of videos and programs, all the rest of it. And this time of year is a funny one, you know? So what's going on, Jim? Why are you discouraged? Let me know. Connie says, yep. The come on, do it voice. So harsh. Still mad at myself for not joining the boot camp. Don't be mad at yourself for that, Connie. I mean, if anything, Connie, why don't you, and again, I don't know where you're at, you know, if it's possible, but you should join the, I'm going to run a special. I'm going to get it going for this week. It's going to kickstart next week, which maybe I shouldn't actually, because I'm going to do it anyways. I'll be fine next week. So that's what I mean. Like, I'm nervous about this surgery recovery is going to be, but anyways, I want to run a special because I'm about to raise the price of the coaching, and I'm going to give a special one last time for anyone who's on my email list. If they want to sign up for the coaching for the rest of the year, it's only $1,000. It's a crazy deal. That's it though, because that's going up to $2,000 for 8 weeks, but it'll be $1,000 for 3 months. So it's tremendous value. All right. So anyways, that's just something to put an idea in your mind. Karen says, thank you, figured out, stressed about finances. Oh, okay. Well, there you go, Karen. You see? So Karen says, I've been terrible lately, right? Then she thinks about it a little bit, figured out I'm stressed about finances. Okay. Do you see what I mean? Like that's program yourself in a nutshell is we want to go deeper. You know, like, oh, my eating's been terrible. I'm a terrible person. Oh my God. I'm stressed out about finances. Okay. I'm not saying that fixes everything, but at least it's like, you're not a terrible person. You've been stressed out and you've been using the food to deal with the stress. But how do we deal with stress genuinely? Well, we got to understand where it comes from first. Oh, it's finances. Oh, okay. Well, now we were looking over here and it's finances. Now we're looking over here. That makes a big difference. Okay, so now we take the finance thing and now we have the finance conversation with ourselves. It ain't even about the fucking food, right? It's about the finances. And so now we can have the conversation about the finances, how we want to deal with that and all the rest of it. But good job, Karen. I hope you feel better about that a little bit. Connie says, but the truth, actual truth, not excuses. I knew I couldn't commit to the time needed. Yeah, that's fair, Connie. There you go. That's what I mean. That's the truth then, you know? And so that does happen though, that this is, okay, I'll do the boot camp. Oh, I can't do the boot camp. Oh, I don't have the time. And then we kind of fade back a little bit. So what you have to do is you have to adjust to your situation now. How can I thrive with the time I have available now? You know what I mean? Again, the questions we ask dictate the thinking that we get and the ultimate solutions we kind of stumble into. All right. Cindy said, I always hated assigning all the paperwork for the school. So true, right? That is like it's so easy on one hand and so tedious on another. I hear you, Cindy. I totally agree with that. I get irrationally annoyed filling out school paperwork. Makes no sense. Jim said, I started to think about stretch marks and that made me so discouraged. I binged on 6,000 calories and now I'm so mad at myself, mentally horrible. Yeah, but again, Jim, I mean, see, I don't know. I know everyone sees that. So, Jim, don't feel terrible. Don't feel terrible, right? So we're so quick to support other people. But then when it comes to us, we're so hard on ourselves. But for you, Jim, I take a step back and realize this is so true. Like when we start losing weight, we put ourselves in a new situation and a lot of new fears come up. And a lot of times people never deal with them. They never deal with them. I can't tell you how common it is that when people start losing weight, I'm worried about stretch marks. I'm worried about loose skin. I'm worried about attention from men, women worry about that. I'm worried about standing out and people kind of noticing me more and mentioning me more. So more attention's kind of bugging me out. I'm worried about the increased pressure to maintain it because now people are noticing it and I don't want to put the weight back on. So that's just a sampling. There are so many subconscious reasons you don't want to lose weight. And a lot of times you never get to face those head on and work through them. So for you, Jim, it's completely normal that when you start losing weight, I think Jim's down 20, 25 pounds somewhere. It's, you get some results, but now the next level of bullshit arises. And now you got to deal with that. And so it's completely normal to all of a sudden, oh, stretch marks. Oh God, I'm never gonna look the way I want to look. And you feel so discouraged. Who gives a shit? It's fine though, because that experience was kind of like you're welcome to the. So if you go to the Mount Everest base camp model, okay, that again, people think you dieters think you're going to start at the bottom of Mount Everest and you're just going to run right up to the top. Yeah, you ain't. You ain't, because there's base camps along the way. You got to acclimate. And it's the same thing with your weight loss. There's different levels and you got to acclimate when you get to a new one. I don't know why you don't believe me. You think of weight loss so fucking just simplistically, it makes me nuts. I will let you know that. There's a lot more going on. And Jim's a real good example of this, that he's successful. Why are you upset, Jim? You lost 25 pounds. How could you? Oh, I'd do anything to lose 25 pounds. I'd be over the moon if I'd lost 25 pounds. Why are you upset that you lost 25 pounds? People always say dumb shit like that because it highlights some weird limiting belief or insecurity you might have. That's why. Is that so hard to imagine? You all have never experienced that when you start losing weight or started getting some positive results that you really wanted, but now all of a sudden unlocks some new fears in you? For real? You've never experienced that? So it's not about just ignoring them. It's not about just pushing through them. It's about understanding them and then working through them. So how do you want to deal with the stretch marks, Jim? I know exactly what you mean. I still have stretch marks on my armpits and on my back. So I didn't like it. Oh, no, I'll do all this like a straight old God. And then, like, of course, all of us, right, with our senses, it's like a fucking microscope, right? It's like, it's so funny. I mean, if I could go back in time, talk to my 20-year-old self, Jim, who gives a shit? No one cares at all. But I cared. I was like, oh, that's all I could think about. It's just so crazy. We're all like this to some degree, but so I get it, Jim. But again, it really doesn't matter. But that's up for you to decide. You know what I mean? So the question becomes, how do I want to feel about my stretch marks? I might have stretch marks. How do I want to feel about that? Do I want to just be overweight so the stretch marks you don't notice them or don't see them? Or do I not give a shit? Where do I want to go with this? Am I going to allow the fear of stretch marks to stop me from losing weight? And I think having this conversation explicitly outside of, like, not in your head, but kind of like out in front of you, I think is very powerful, because a lot of times that voice in our head gets is, oh, let's just quit. Oh, stretch marks. No. Let's start. Let's start eating. I don't want to deal with stretch marks. It's like, this is the same thing with money. It's crazy. People don't want to pay taxes. I want to pay as much taxes as possible. You know what I mean? Because if you're paying a lot of taxes, you're making a lot more money. But again, subconsciously, where subconscious mind is not logical and rational. It's just associative. Little stretch marks. They run away. Taxes. Oh God, I don't want to pay taxes. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you want stretch marks. That's what happens when you lose weight sometimes. People have different bodies, So let's see here. KT said, I definitely think I need to be whipped into shape. I think you're right, KT. I think you're up in your head. I think you're in your head. I know you, because I know you're a model of a lot of clients I have, but you're up in your head so much, you go all day long. It's up like this. Like, this is you each day. You know what I mean? Up and down each day, because I know you're a super overthinker and you're just talking yourself into circles, I think. What's up, Joy? How's it going? And says there's no different from willpower. Doesn't last. Yeah, absolutely. You just can't power through. Yeah, you can't just power through. You just can't. What's up, Mario? How's it going? Hey, man, how did you celebrate your birthday? Got to say, you look way younger than 50. Well, thank you, Mario. Definitely the healthy diet and lifestyle. Yeah, for sure it is. And I can't wait. I am super excited. It was a weird birthday. I think turning 50 is weird to begin with, but turning 50, knowing you had a surgery the week after, and I've never had a surgery before. So that was definitely on my mind a lot. And, yeah, I'll feel good for 50 for sure, but I feel like I'm really looking forward next year at this time. I'm really excited because I've not been able to work out the way that I want to for years now because of this shoulder. And so this is going to be fixed, even though I'm going to be down a little while, repairing it. The fact that I'm able to get out and finally start working out again, I'm so excited because I'll tell you, the rest of my body is feeling amazing. When you take care of yourself, I will tell you this too, because I know a lot of you, Turning 50 is a weird thing, I will say. And I said to my wife, I'm like, it's arbitrary in one sense. Like, it's just, you just pick a number and it's like, oh, okay, it's all this meaning to it. But it's arbitrary, like the specificity of it. But it's not arbitrary in the sense that, holy shit, 50 years, that's a long time. It's officially, you've been here for a while. You know what I mean? But it's certainly, I would have to imagine for most people, certainly for me, it certainly makes you think of your age and getting older and mortality and all this stuff. Now, I've always thought a lot about that. My father died when I was 9 years old. It goes with the territory, I suppose. So I have always, even when I was 19 and I changed my weight, my lifestyle, and the rest of it, I was very much thinking about getting older, living longer, how I wanted to age. That's always been a big focus of mine. But turning 50, it's right there. And I got to tell you, I don't know, those of you that are 45 plus, I don't know what the fuck you all are thinking. You have got to shift from the dieting focus of looking good in a bathing suit to literally your quality of life, your freedom, your independence, your ability to do things, basic things, your mobility, your flexibility, your strength, your balance, your ability to walk, your ability to get on the floor or off the floor if that matters to you, your ability to climb stairs, to carry groceries in. I don't know how these things aren't front and center on your mind. And if they were front and center on your mind, you would be a lot more motivated. I'll tell you that. I would, I don't want to go too far into that. I don't want to make them feel bad, but sometimes you got to feel a little bad. I mean, we're not just talking about looking better here. You'll look better too. But I'm talking about your quality of life as you get older. I don't know how. I really don't get it. I got to tell you, I really don't understand. I have these conversations every day, but I still don't get it. How you can just like ignore that part of the equation. So I don't know. So that's why I'm here. Fuck bathing suits. I'll be 52 next month and want to be sustainable quality of life. Right? Yeah. Kim says, yeah, my goal always, I'm 63. Right. Right. It's like, to me, it's like you've, holy shit, and it's funny. I'm reading about this. I'm reading this book called Burn, but they're out and they're staying with this African tribe. I forget how you say it, but the Hadzu maybe, but they're a hunter-gatherer tribe. And it's fascinating because they live obviously completely different lifestyle, but as they age well into their 70s, they're still spry. Like, you know what I mean? They can crouch down, get up, walk, run, climb. They can do all this stuff, And in our culture, we really have been sold a bill of goods that as you get older, it's a very, very bleak picture that we've been sold. And it's your programming. Again, back to subconscious programming. You're programmed to be old and feeble as you get older. Because we've been raised by corporations and they just want to sell you bullshit, and all the bullshit makes you old and feeble before your time. And so, to me, that's my main goal. It has been forever, is I want to live as long as I can. But right after that is my quality of life while I'm alive, and it's literally right at the very top of the list of everything. I don't know how it's not for other people. I don't know if anyone could share some perspective on it. If it's like, if you don't really give a shit, if you don't really think about health, you just want to lose weight and you're over 45, how do you think about your health and your mobility and your comfort, your physical comfort and your movement? There's this shoulder issue. It's like, I can't like lift my arm up. I'm restricted in my movements in real weird ways. And that place wreaks havoc on me, and it's like, what do you think? Like when things start hurting, diabetes, like heart issues, how are you processing this? I don't know. I'm not trying to be a bummer. I genuinely think a lot about that this week, and it's crazy. Nora says, one sabotaging belief I have is that it is impossible for me to lose weight. Now, consciously, I know this to be BS, but my brain, oh God, that thing has a brain of its own. And it's so persistent a belief that even facts like scale or clothes don't completely help. Can you just demand this stupid thing? I'm not sure what the demand, this stupid thing so that I can play it on repeat until my mind gets a memo. Well, Nora, listen, you don't have to argue with this voice. You don't have to try and ignore this voice. You don't have to yell at this voice. What you do is you debate this voice. And what I would say is I would get that belief. It's impossible for you to lose weight, right? A lot of us have this belief. Okay. It's impossible. You're never gonna lose. No matter what you do, you're never gonna lose weight. Right. I take that belief out and I say, what are you talking about? Yeah, you could never lose weight. You could, no matter what you do, you never lose weight. So why would you say that? If I reduce my calories for the next year, you don't think I would lose weight? Nah, your metabolism's broken. It'll never work. Because what about last month when I lost weight? Well, yeah, but that was just luck. It'll never happen again. So if I reduce my calories consistently for the next year, you don't think my weight will go down? Well, you'll never be able to stick to a year. So it's like you got to debate that voice. Do not run away from it. You can never run away from the negative voices in your head. I will let you know that. There's no escape, folks. It's a closed room in there. There's no running away. There's dealing with it head on. So that when that voice comes, oh, you're never gonna lose weight. Well, didn't we deal with you the other day? That's bullshit. I may have not lost weight in the past. I couldn't stick to something, but when I stick to a reduced calories, I always lose weight up to a certain point, and then I can decide if I want to drop more calories or not. So you hear what I'm saying, Nura? It's more about engage that voice. Okay, engage it. Don't just let it say it's bullshit. Carte blanche. It just says it's bullshit. Oh no, no, I'm never gonna lose weight. My little voice in my head just said I'll never lose weight. It's impossible. Oh God, oh me, oh my. I don't want to. No, please leave me alone, voice. Fuck that. Grab that voice. Because like you said, Nura, that part of your brain that's coming up with that voice is not the smart part of your brain. I'm just letting you know this. It's your subconscious mind, and it's like it just says shit. It's like a little parrot. It just says shit it's heard along the way. And it gets most of its power because it's never questioned. You all have this. You all have this negative voice in your head saying some dumb shit to you. And it never gets questioned, this voice, because we're always busy running away from it. Fuck that. Come on out here. Let's have a debate. Let's have a real debate. You're never gonna lose weight. That's bullshit. I've lost weight a bunch of times. Problem was I couldn't keep up eating that way. So it has nothing to do. If I reduce calories, my weight goes down. I've seen that every time. Weren't you there for that? Well, yeah, but you can't keep it up. Well, I haven't been able to keep it up because I keep dieting. But I've finally realized something. If I do this slowly and systematically and I reduce the calories in a comfortable way that I can sustain forever, my weight's going to go down. I'm going to stay there. Well, you've never been able to do that. Yeah, well, it's a new day. Well, you're never going to be able to lose the weight. Didn't we just go through this? You see what I'm saying? And it's like, you're going to realize the emperor has no clothes. You know what I mean? This voice has got no real, it's not logical. It's not a good argument, but you're just so scared of it that you're always running away from it. Stop doing that. I want that voice. What'd you say? I'm always looking for it. What? And the voice, you'll never get rid of your shitty voice, folks. Just so you know, that shitty, mean voice in your head is not going away. Okay. If you study anything about neuroscience, the first thing you learn is you can't get rid of neural wiring. You're never getting rid of that shitty voice. Okay. But you can still lose weight. What you have to do is you have to create a new voice, especially a new voice that pops up when that shitty voice starts up. So it's like, I know the dumb shit I say to myself that can sabotage me. And so I'll hear it. And then this voice, the coach voice comes out. What did you say? We can never lose weight. No, that's not true. We already went through this. And then after you've done it a bunch of times, it gets more and more fun. This voice, I'm telling you, it almost can never win a debate. Like if you pull it into a debate, it'll win if it says, you're never going to lose weight. Then it runs away and you're like, oh God, I'm never going to lose weight. Oh no. Yeah. If you respond that way, you're done. So I hope that makes sense. Right. All right. Nora says she loves this. See, I knew you'd say the right thing. Well, that's what I do. And again, it's so funny. I was looking up the top hypnosis weight loss programs on the planet. Okay. And I looked them up and I used my chat GPT. I said, give me the top ones. Right. And I started looking them up. Right. There's about 10 of them. And I will let you know, it's not even close. It is not even close, folks. I'm telling you. I'm not just telling this to you because I'm biased. I'm telling you this because it's an absolute fact. When you see Program Yourself Thin versus these other programs, I mean, man, it's just, this is what I've been doing. I really am. I realize this. I don't want to sound, I sound like I have delusions of grandeur, but like there aren't too many people that have dedicated 20 years to this kind of work, And I have. That's how I know how to say the right stuff, because I know what you all are thinking about in the real world. Do you still hear the noises? Karen said, "That's it. It's the Lay's chips again." The Lay's chips. Yeah. Okay, much better. Yeah. Okay, that microphone's better. Yeah, it's my new fancy little wireless microphone. So this is my first time even testing on this live. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's really nice. It's a nice microphone setup. Better than this guy, which is way over there. So it must sound a lot better too. It's a lot closer to me. KT says it's hard, but we have to stop moralizing food. It's not bad or cheating, etc. And neither are we. Yes, absolutely, KT. Absolutely. I agree. Kind of said I was frustrated with myself for not being able to commit to the time needed for the trainings, even so afraid to join and just literally not have the time to put it, like zero time. I get that, Connie. But that's what I'm saying. This is what I mean, Connie, is like you start to cut the excuse bullshit. You see what I mean? Like when you say excuses, you stop like thinking about and exploring it, and you just like, oh, it's just an excuse, it's just an excuse, and you just keep saying that, and it makes you feel bad, but you don't get anywhere. When you explore like what's going on with me, you start to find out like, oh, I don't have a lot of time, and so, okay, yeah, I don't have time to commit the way I want to. That's the reality of the situation. So how can I commit in a way that's still going to work for me? And I think if Connie, that became the main question in your head, how can I still stay committed with less time though? What can I still do? And the program is built for that, Connie. So I can start you off with the 5 minutes a day. You have 5 minutes in the morning to listen to the session. And then that becomes a small way that you can commit each and every day. And then you find other ways that you can make commitments as well. Drinking your water, the lifestyle habits. Those are all things you can weave into your life no matter how busy you are. Right. But you got to get congruent and clear in your mind first. All right. Connie says, I'm a serial volunteer too. It's like a sickness. Yeah, well, and there's a point, Connie. That might be something you want to reflect on. I get it. I overextended myself a couple months ago, and I was struggling. So sometimes, again, it's not excuses. It's taking a step back and looking at reality and how you're approaching it and living it, and looking for ways to make it better. Okay, when you get into the excuse mode, you're just like, you're not really getting anywhere. If you know what I mean. And when you take a step back and kind of look at it, remember, that's the whole point of PYT, really, at the end of the day. Calm down, look at what we're dealing with. How can I do this better? How can I deal with these stressful challenges in a better way? And we keep asking questions like that, and it allows us to keep moving forward. Right. But then look at your volunteering. Maybe it is too much. Maybe it's really depleting you, and dragging you right down the ground. Jim said, but I actually have to thank you. Thanks to you helping me lose weight, I've managed to get a girlfriend, or well, we're in the talking stage, but still so thankful. Hey, congratulations, Jim. I'm super proud of you. Super, super proud of you. And I want you to realize, because as often as you can, we all really want to stay focused on the fact that the weight's a means to an end. The weight in and of itself is not the goal, the weight loss. The goal is to lose the weight, but to do it in a way where we become a better version of ourselves. And that's different for each person. For Jim, though, it's getting a girlfriend, you know what I mean? Having a partner that was important to him. And so I'm going to assume that the weight maybe had a part to do with it. I'm not going to say it didn't, but I think the bigger part is that you start to feel confident. You start to feel more certain. You start to kind of like become a better version of yourself. And I think that's very attractive to people, And again, as we get very clear on what our goals are and why we want to achieve them and what the best way for us to achieve them is, we have a much higher likelihood of making that happen. So congratulations, Jim. I'm super proud of you though. All right. And again, don't worry about the stretch marks. Don't worry about the overeating. That's just a normal part of the process. All right. But you're dealing with it, and that's the big thing. Z says, can you talk about how to get over the fear of being seen with losing weight? This is really holding me back. Yeah, I so get that. And again, that's one that people never think about, that part of it. You know what I mean? Like this idea that losing weight, like you weigh what you want to weigh. And I know I say that all the time. I mean, it's so literally, but the other piece is that like, you don't want to lose weight. There's a part of you, I guarantee it. I guarantee you there's a part of you that does not want to lose weight. And the main reasons you don't want to lose weight, number one by a mile, is that you think of it as being too hard. It's too hard. It's too hard. It's depriving. It's boring. It's difficult. It sucks. I don't like to do it. So you don't want to do it. That's number one. But then again, what you're coming down to is all of a sudden you start losing weight, you might get more attention. And now you feel more pressure because now you go, shit, people are paying attention to my weight. And so now it's like, oh my God, what if I put the weight back on? Right. And so that gets scary. And so it's things like that. That's your subconscious programming. Do you understand? Subconsciously, the way you're thinking about it is keeping you at the weight that you are. So how do you get over the fear of being seen with losing weight? Well, I would flip the question around. How do I want to feel when I'm seen losing weight? You see what I mean? Like when we can't just accept our feelings and our thoughts as if they're set in stone. And that's what most people do. Certainly dieters. So I'm scared to lose weight and be seen. And that's just it. Okay, that's the definition of the situation. That's what it is. Okay, that's fine. That may be how it feels now. I wouldn't argue with that. But where do you want to go? So what's happening is you're focusing on the problem. Oh my God, I'm so scared to lose weight because I don't want people to see me and then put more pressure on me. And then we live in that world of why we're so scared about it. But to me, I say, okay, that's the problem. I want to zoom out a little bit and say, how do I want to feel about losing weight? Because I want to make a decision. I might get to the point and say, I'm so terrified of people seeing me lose weight and the potential of me putting weight back on it. That is so terrifying to me that I want to avoid it at all costs. Well, that means you're going to be overweight forever. I don't care. I do not want to deal with anyone looking at me, seeing me lose weight and having to deal with that pressure. That is the worst thing I could experience in life. I don't want it. Great. Then let's just enjoy being overweight then, because it's going to keep us from that. Cool. Do you see what I mean? Like we got to get congruence. We need to have all the horses going in the same direction subconsciously. And the way you get there, Z, is how do I want to feel about losing weight and people seeing it? And I know the answer is going to come up. I want to feel confident about it. I want to feel happy about it. I want to feel successful. I want to feel certain that I can keep this up too, because the way I did it is comfortable and I love it. I feel amazing. I want to be a role model for them. I want to be really happy with myself that I did it. And if people notice it, cool. And there's no extra pressure. The only pressure that comes from it is me. I want to be at my goal weight. I want to eat healthy. I want to live healthy. I want to be the healthiest, happiest, best version of me I can possibly be. And so there's no person's pressure that could make me want that even more. So at the end of the day, there really is no pressure. I want to be the weight I want to be. I want to be the person I want to be. And I want to live as that version of me. And people are going to see that. And I want them to be inspired by it. I'm not going to do it through dieting. I'm not going to be an asshole about it. And so if they want to come and talk to me, I'll tell them what I'm doing. You know, maybe I'll be a role model and be able to help them. That would feel kind of cool. Is that a different mindset, folks? Is that a different conversation in your head? Jim says, but now it feels like she likes me at this weight. I don't need to lose the extra 15 pounds. It's crazy how mine works. Yeah, I get that, Jim. She would have liked you 15 pounds, 20 pounds heavier too, I'm sure. So yeah, but again, at the end of the day, Jim, you know, your motivation has to come from you, and maybe you don't want to lose 15 more pounds. Again, I was thinking that yesterday, like, you know, we all get to a point that there's definitely health ranges of weight. You know what I mean? Like if you're obese, you're really playing a very, very dangerous game with your health. As you start moving into the overweight range, you're playing less of a game with your health. There's less risk factors when you're just overweight instead of obese. You move into normal ranges, there's even less. Okay. You move into underweight, now there's more. Okay. So once we get into the healthy ranges of our weight, which there's a lot of wiggle room there, it just comes down to what do you want to weigh? Now, and again, well, I want to be the thinnest I can be. No, you don't, because you have to eat and live a certain way to achieve that weight. So you got to take that into account, which gives you the best quality of life. So Jim might be like, holy shit, I lost 25 pounds. I got myself a girlfriend. I'm feeling good. I don't want more stretch marks. Sweet. Perfect. Great. Great. There you go. You did it. Congratulations. You're at your goal weight. Yeah. So now I want to lose more. Why? Why do you want to lose more? I want to have abs. I want every girl to like me. I want every girl in the world to like me. I want all the girls to come up to me and make my girlfriend jealous. And I'm kind of joking, but I'm not, right? Because if we explore why we want to do stuff, it comes up to some pretty funny ideas. But again, it's up for you, Jim, to reflect and say, what do I want to weigh? What's the best quality of life for me? You know, but now you can see like the difference between, you know, feeling like you need to lose a certain amount of weight to get a girlfriend and what it feels like what do you want to weigh? You get a sense of that. Joan says, you're the only game in town, in my opinion. Well, thank you, Joan. I feel the same way. I genuinely feel that way. There's certainly scientists that know more about the science of weight loss than I do, but I just literally never see anyone talking about weight loss mindset, weight mastery mindset like I am. I mean, not even close. Again, I don't want to sound like a delusional person here, but I was thinking that yesterday. I hired someone to like grab all the data. Like I have 2,500 TikToks I've made, okay, in 2 years. And so I say, hey, can you get them all in order of view how popular they were, put them in order, and then give me the titles of all of them, because I want to do some research and some stuff with that. And I was like, holy shit, that is a lot of videos. I do a hour to 2 hour podcast every single weekday. I do trainings every week for my clients, right? I do group coaching calls multiple times a week. I do private coaching calls. I mean, it's just like, there's very few people that are obsessed with weight mastery as much as I am. And I've been doing this shit for 30 years, 20 years professionally. So it's like, yeah, it is different what I'm saying. It is. I think I'm onto something. Nurse says, oh, your opinion on two more things. First, frozen vegetables. I know fresh are better, but aside from that, and soja yogurt instead of Greek yogurt for vegans. Yeah, frozen vegetables are great. Great. Okay. So, frozen food, like frozen vegetables, frozen fruit, frozen fish, frozen meat, all this stuff's great. Kind of locks in, at the height of their kind of nutritional quality, it locks a lot of that stuff in. Is fresh better? Usually it's a little bit better, but not by much. So frozen stuff to me is right at the top of the list. Assume, it's natural whole stuff, right? But so yeah, so I love frozen veggies, eat the hell out of them. They're just, it's a hair less than fresh, in my opinion. Soja yogurt, I don't know about. Let's look that up real quick. I see vegan and I get a little nervous. To be honest, even though I'm very close to being a vegan, but I do not eat a lot of vegan replacement foods. So I am definitely usually against a lot of things. But let me say, okay, ingredients: soya yogurt. Okay, so ingredients: soya juice. I don't know what soya juice is. There's an asterisk and it doesn't say what it is. So I don't know what soya juice is, but whatever. Fruit, 9%, concentrated apple juice, tapioca starch, natural flavorings. I mean, it sounds okay to me. I don't know what soya juice is. That's making me a little nervous. I don't like, let me just look it up real quick. I'm just curious. Soya juice. Okay, so soya juice is water, soya beans, thickener, soya beans, and soya is like a brand of beans. So water, soya beans. Okay, I mean, it sounds pretty good. Maybe with organic French soya. So I guess that's a certain type of soybeans that they turned into it. So yeah, I mean, it feels all right. I think it's just soy milk. Okay, got you. Yeah, I guess, that being said, I guess I give it I don't see anything egregiously bad. I'm not a huge fan of alternatives, but maybe that's all right. So I'll leave it there. Z says, I've also been putting off the program since June now, and I need to ask you to restart it. Fear of this as well. Oh yeah, just ask me, Z. Send me an email. I'll restart. You don't listen. You can restart the program a million times. Just cut the shit. Restart it. 2 weeks later, I can get it. I'll restart it again. I don't care. It takes me 2 seconds to restart it for you. So there's no pressure. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't want you to feel any pressure. If you're in the program and you want to go through it again, just do it again. I mean, you have lifetime access to this program. And I understand, yeah, okay, when you first start, it's okay, I'm going to kill, everything's going to change. And then you get 2 weeks into it, and then all your life falls apart. That happens half the time, it seems, but that's why I give you lifetime access to it. That's why I make the program, there's layers to it. So it's like, if you want to go all in, you can absolutely dive all in. There's plenty of stuff to do. But if you're just barely getting by in life, you can just do the 5-minute session in the morning and you're still engaged. You're still there. Okay. So come on, Z, send me an email and I'll restart you. All right. Baby Cupcake says, hi, my stomach is big and I don't know how to get it down without exercise. Exercise is not going to get your stomach down. There's no such thing as spot training. You can't just do like a bunch of sit-ups and your stomach gets smaller. That's not how it works. Just so we all know. Mario says, when's your surgery? Friday. My surgery is Friday. Fumsy Plush, my favorite username. I used to be so worried about the excess loose skin, but I don't care anymore. I will get to my goal. Great job. I love that attitude. That's the attitude of someone who's reflected on it, and that's not a bad place to be. you know? There's always going to be downsides to positive things sometimes. Everything's good and bad. So there's always bad stuff that comes along with it. We can't ignore it. We have to look at it and then move through it by deciding, well, I don't like loose skin, but it's better than being obese. You know, I'm not saying you have to make that decision, but I'm saying, think about it. You know, where do you come out with that? You know, when you ask the question, which am I going to do? You know, I think that puts it in a better perspective. Connie says 100% have officially made the shift from my why to the beach bathing suit to being the best I can be. That's super, Connie. I truly don't think I'd process that until I found you, Jim. No, I get that, Connie, because it's one of those subtle things in the background. People's motivation is, you know, I mean, I could talk about motivation all day long, but y'all aren't motivated. That's your biggest problem too. And I know people get so triggered when I say that. You know, dieters get so mad at me when I say you weigh what you want. You're not really motivated. That's why you're not losing weight. They get very upset. I wouldn't say it unless it was true. I'm not trying to upset people, but you're 95% of you that want to lose weight, your motivation, and I know you're bullshitting yourselves half the time. Oh no, I really care about health. Health means almost nothing to most people. What you really want is you want to look better. That's your motivation to lose weight. And it's not enough motivation for the average person. You want to debate it? Hit me, please. Write a comment in there. I'll talk to you about it. Cindy says, exercise movement decreases my anxiety and lifts my mood. There you go, Cindy. That's wonderful. Yeah, when you give it more meaning, I think that's really smart. I think it's good to think of it that way. Karen says, been doing the stand on one leg as long as possible, then other for strength and balance. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm 54 and keep telling myself I'm old, need to change that. Yeah, absolutely, Karen. I don't feel old. What the shit? 54. I won't feel old at 54 either. You know, I mean, I don't want to be corny, but like age is kind of a state of mind. Now, it's not a state of mind where you can eat bullshit and live a shitty lifestyle and then have it be a state of mind. Understand what I'm saying? But it is a state of mind in the sense, like I look at what I do, you know, and I'm very, very intentional. I mean, my life is dedicated to my health, like dedicated to it. So it's not a state of mind like I'm in shitty shape and I'm just bullshitting myself. It's a state of mind like it's the most important thing in the world to me. Everything else that matters to me flows out of my health, my family, my wife, my marriage, my relationships with my other family outside of my kids, my work, you know, my friendships, my impact in society that I want to have, all the things I want to do. It flows out of being healthy. You know, it's like even the shoulder thing in the littlest way, it's crazy, right? So it's having able to work out the way I want to, and I feel weaker, you know, and that messes with my mind. My shoulder hurts, so I haven't been able to play guitar as much because it hurts to play guitar, and it has. Even if I sit there, it hurts. And so it's having all these negative effects on me. But I internalize that and say, this is why I take such good care of myself. Because if you don't, it starts just pulling away. I haven't go skiing last year. I hardly went skiing because I was worried about my shoulder and falling and hurt my shoulder. So it's like all these things around my health start fading because my health was fading, but just because of my shoulder. So it's like, you know, I give it more meaning. I hope you do too. You know, do I want to look good at the beach next summer? I mean, sure, but who gives a shit? The things I just mentioned are way more important to me, way more motivating to me. So, yeah, I'm just on fire today. Sophia, how's it going, Sophia? I have no willpower. Well, we all have willpower, folks. Okay. But again, when we say things like I have no willpower, you might as well just say nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's literally this meaningless phrase. It really is. Like it doesn't move you forward. It doesn't help you really diagnose anything. It's just pointless to even say. You can't move forward. I have no willpower where. You know what I mean? Besides, it's not even willpower that's controlling your weight anyways. It's your mindset. You know, the bigger problem is, Sophia, is that you got a shitty mindset. That's your bigger problem than your willpower issue. It's like making the next best decision, right? Yes, absolutely. That's exactly it. I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere, just stuck in beat up mode. Yeah, exactly. When you get stuck in beat up mode, and this is, okay, so watch this, perfectionist. This is for you, especially because you live in this black or white world where you're either doing everything or you're doing nothing. And again, in Program Yourself Thin, we live in the all or something world because you can't always be all. That's the biggest mistake you perfectionists make, is that if you're going to do it, I'm going to do it perfectly. Yeah, but then you're never doing it though. Let's be honest. And so you need to have the ability to do something that's not perfect. And so, yeah, it's like making the next best decision. Exactly, Connie. The next best decision. In the back of your mind, say, oh, God damn it, I wish I could do everything. But you can't. You can't. You have 3 kids. You got way too much responsibility right now, so you can't do everything at this moment. How can I get myself to have more time so I can do this 100%? Okay, well, that's another conversation. That's a different question. You feel better, though. But a lot of perfectionists keep themselves in a perpetual state of feeling like shit about themselves because they say, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to eat perfectly. I'm going to exercise every day. I'm going to live perfectly. And that's what I'm going to do. But I can't do it right now because that's too much. I just don't have the time to do it or the energy to do it. So I can't do it. So fuck it. I can't do anything. And that is a perfectionist reality for so many of them. So again, that's why we have all or something, and do something, because you'll never believe how much something makes you feel better. Kelly says, not being able to trust my thoughts kind of sucks, but you're right. Debating my thoughts help me know what's really true. Yeah. You can't trust your thoughts yet, but you can as you develop that coach voice, Kelly, as you develop the coach voice, that in your mind, it becomes encouraging, supportive, accurate, inspiring, helpful. And so then you do start to trust that voice. Like I've got a shitty voice in my head and it's first on the scene. It's the first one. So if something goes wrong or something stressed me or whatever, this voice, you loser, you fucking loser. That's say I told you, you can never do it. It's right there. It's always been there. It's always there. It's always going to be there. Doesn't matter. Because as soon as it starts, within about a millisecond, this other voice says, wait, what are you saying? He's a loser? Why? Because he got distracted with something. He procrastinated. He's a loser now? I don't think so. You know what I mean? So it's like this voice comes in. It's like, thank you. Thank you, Coach Voice. Thank you, Coach Voice. I love my Coach Voice so much. It's my favorite toy. That's what my goal is in Program Yourself Thin, is to give you guys a coach voice in your own head. I mean, I become the voice. I'm the surrogate for that voice initially, and then I want you to kind of turn into your own voice. You don't have that voice right now. You don't have an encouraging, supportive, helpful voice in your head, guiding you along your weight loss path, guiding you along your life to be the best version of you possible, guiding you when you make mistakes to learn from, grow from them, and move forward. You don't have those voices. You don't have that voice in your head. Don't you think it'd be valuable if you did? Good. Connie said, I needed this community so much today. Well, I'm glad, Connie. I'm glad you got here and got a little feeling better. Sophia says, I crave junk food and desserts in the evening. All right. Well, that's more specific. That's a common one. I can go all day without any food. I just have to learn to just not eat junk food in the evening. I do the intermittent fasting, so I eat at 4 p.m. This to me, I find so common and so silly that I'm glad you said it, Sophia, because I would say this is the number one most common diet approach strategy I see is people say, okay, I'm not going to eat breakfast. I'm going to save the calories. I'm not going to eat lunch. I'm not going to eat lunch. I'm going to no calories there either. And then everything falls apart though in the afternoon at night. Yeah, because you're so hungry, you can't control your eating. So good luck. I can go all day without any food. Yeah, great. How hungry are you at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock though? You get the hungries, can't even control them. So to me, that is the worst part of intermittent fasting is exactly what you're describing. When you try not to eat as long as you can, you're fighting at your hunger, fighting. Oh, I love. God, if I could just stop eating at night, I'd be perfect. Oh, what are you eating for breakfast and lunch? Nothing. What do you eat for dinner? Nothing. Good luck. I would rather, in Program Yourself Thin, I show people how to manage their hunger. Right? Because fighting against it, good luck. You're never going to win that battle. I haven't seen people win it. So I think, Sophia, that's not a good strategy for you. That's what I think. You may not believe that. Because I don't know. I just want to never eat, Jim. I just don't want to eat. Well, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to get people not to eat when they're really hungry. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how to do that. So again, to me, I would rather be strategic and nourish myself at breakfast, nourish myself at lunch, nourish myself at dinner so that I'm satisfied and nourished and feel good. And I'm not that hungry. Then I can deal with the eating better. Get me really hungry and I can't control my eating. So I don't really much help there for you. I know. Selena says, write a book. I know that. I am going to write a book. I literally have it all mapped out and outlined. I just haven't done it because I'm always working on my program. So I've got to dedicate a little bit of time, but it is on the plan. Mary Loves Cookies says, I want to lose 15 kilograms, please. Jim, give me your best advice. First thing I do is I change my username. I don't want to have a mantra, Jim loves cookies, Jim loves Reese's Pieces. It's like, I don't want to, that's a hypnotic suggestion. I'd rate Mary loves being, 15 kilograms lighter, whatever that weight would be. Mary loves being healthy and in control of her weight and her happiness. So, but what I would suggest to you, Mary, the best thing I can suggest to you is go to my bio, click the link at the hypnosis session I give you for free. Watch the video I made for you. It's free. Read the emails I send you. They're free. Okay. Let me help you change your mind with how you're approaching this. And I think I can help you more than just kind of giving you a trick, which I have lots of, but they're pointless without having the mindset underneath them. Right. And what was I doing? I've been giving away, if you're on my email list, you've been getting the first 5 pounds. It's such an awesome, I give stuff away that other people are charging for. Cause I told you I was doing research on weight loss hypnosis programs. And what do I see mostly? And I know a lot of these people and they're friends of mine, so I don't want to shit talk them too much. But again, I like them a lot, but I know them. They are generalists at best. They're not reading 50 books a year about weight and health and mindset. So, what you're going to get in most hypnosis programs, you're going to get 3 sessions, 4 sessions. I ain't going to do it, folks. I'm here to tell you. I give sessions away for free that people are charging $100 for. I give away my hypnotic lap band. I just give it away. Sometimes. First 5 pounds, the session is awesome. And I'm doing a training for it tomorrow. Just give it away. But, it's funny because I send out and I can always see, like, this is how I know. People say, oh, Jim, I charge so much because you commit what you invest, and I'll tell you, like, I'm working on lower price options for people and I'm almost done with them. And I'm excited because then I go back to my, working with people that are ready to invest some money because they show up at a higher level. I'll tell you that, and you don't want to hear it. And I understand this financial reality. So that's why I make the prices, the programs that are, more affordable for people because I want you to have an option. But I will tell you, I've been doing this for 20 years professionally. The people that invest money, even when they don't have it, they always show up at a way higher level than people that are just dabbling. I don't got me thinking of that, but so he says, oh, you crave junk food in the evening as well. You're all going to crave junk food in the evening if you're starving. When you're starving, you're going to crave junk food. It's the most appealing food to our mind. Our mind knows it's the fastest form of glucose. So Mary says, I'm 21 and still single while all my friends are dating and living their best lives. It has to be because of my extra weight. It doesn't have to be because of your extra weight. I'm not saying that's not part of it, but it's not just because of that. What program is this? It's Program Yourself then. Sophia says, I have motivation, but I have no willpower when it comes to my favorite snacks in the evening. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's not a willpower thing. It's a mindset thing, Sophia, if I said listen, if you don't snack this week at night at all, I will give you $1 million. I got a briefcase with $1 million in it. If you don't snack at all this week, it's $1 million is yours. Would you struggle? Would it be the easiest not eating for a week you ever did? It's not because your willpower, it's because your mindset. You'd be so wrapped up in getting $1 million. That's what all you'd be thinking about. And so the pleasure of the $1 million would outweigh the pleasure of the cookies, and the cookies would just fade off your radar completely. That's how that works. It's never your willpower, folks. Oh God, it drives me nuts. This is the stuff. I'm not picking on any of you because you don't know. That's why I'm out here every day explaining this, but it is not your willpower. That's not your fucking problem. The fact that you think that's the problem is just, it proves you're 100 miles off the path. It's true. And I say, if you're a non-smoker, you're not a non-smoker because you're using willpower to fight against cigarette cravings all day long. Oh God, I want a cigarette. So no, I don't have one. Oh, I want a cigarette so bad. Oh no, you're not doing that. The way you think about cigarettes, your mindset around cigarettes, you don't generate any cravings for it. You think they're gross. So you could walk into a cigarette store and you wouldn't even have the slightest inkling to get a cigarette because of the way you think about them. It's not the willpower thing. Damn it. What's up, Julie? Julie says, is it okay to bounce around on hypnosis sessions? Yes, absolutely. You can, anything you want. Those hypnosis sessions are built. Man, it's so elegant. I got to tell you, I can't wait to sell this program. I am so excited because I am the program that I'm gonna put out there. I'm this close to having it. Is it's just hypnosis. Okay, so that's why I said, you know what? I know I was talking about weight mastery because that's what I'm passionate about. That's what I want to help everyone. But I say, hey, you know what? There's a lot of people that don't give a shit about weight mastery. They just want to lose weight. So cut the shit, Jim. Let them lose weight because I know for a fact if you listen to this program, you'll lose weight. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So here I am. It's the best hypnosis program on the planet. And I know that for a fact. I knew it before. And yesterday I was researching. It's the best hypnosis program for weight loss by 1,000 miles. There's nothing even close to it. If you find a hypnosis I'm going to make this challenge. You'll see it in the thing. If you find a hypnosis program that's more comprehensive and effective than mine, I'll give you $100. So knock yourselves out. Go look for one. Easy $100 for you. You're never going to find it though. Because my session is so elegant and so amazing. It really is. How do I know this? Because I've been studying weight mastery for 30 years. I've done almost 6,000 private weight loss sessions. And so you get the hypnosis. It's 8 weeks. Every day you get a 5-minute session you listen to in the morning. Each one has a different weight loss mantra in it. And the way it's built is, yes, the hypnosis sessions, what I'm saying is important for sure. But it's the experience of relaxing, calming down, bringing your attention inwards. That's the secret. So every day you're practicing that for 5 minutes. So you're going into your day relaxed and calm, thinking all this good stuff with a mantra ringing around your head. Then you go into your day. Then at night, there's a sleep hypnosis session. It's a 10-minute session if you choose to listen to it. You don't even have to, but if you want to, and that has a core weight loss mantra. You listen to that as you drift off to sleep. Now you're bookending your day. And after 8 weeks, what happens is I install a thin, healthy mindset into your mind. So you start thinking like a thin, healthy person. And that doesn't even include the hypnosis library. It's got over 25 sessions in it. These are the sessions I realize, holy shit, these people are charging $100, $200, $300, $500. And I'm giving you those as a bonus. The program was $100. I told you, I don't care. I'm so excited because I'm going to sell the shit out of this program for $100. It's absolutely the most powerful hypnosis program on the planet for weight loss. There's no question about that. And you'll see. But on top of that, it's going to be, I can't wait to get this out, into the world in a very dramatic way. And then if you want to, I hope, again, I can make you lose weight, but if you want to keep it off for good, you've got to do some of the work. Okay. And so I need to show you a couple of things. That's my weight mastery program. Okay. So I don't give a shit. I know a lot of people, I'm tired of fighting the battle. A lot of people don't want to master their weight. They just want to lose weight. This program will help you do it. It'll work with anything you want to do. Doing keto, use this. Doing intermittent fasting, you can use this. Doing Weight Watchers, you can use this. Any plan you're doing, you can use this program with it. It supports it. Okay. But if you want to master your weight, again, that'll be an upgrade. You can get it if you choose to, where I show you the weight mastery ritual, which is incredible, and the weight mastery blueprints. I walk you through them, how to fill them out, become your customized roadmap to master weight for the rest of your life. That's what's going to be there, So anyways, I'm excited about it. I don't mean to keep talking about that stuff, but it's awesome. Joan says, do you ever mentor other professional hypnotists? I have, yeah. I did a couple years ago. I certified some people to be Program Yourself Thin coaches. And that was really fun. And a couple of them were hypnotists. So they were certified hypnotists. And one was a fitness trainer. But yeah, that's something I will do again in the very near future. But I got to kind of do things in order. So yeah. Yeah, Joan likes that mantra. My life is dedicated to my health. That's a good one, right, Joan? I like that. I'll put that into some of the new ones. Yeah, Julie says, I look at topics from other days. I need more sometimes. Yeah, it's magic. And Julie, you've gone through it. So again, that's what I was trying to say with the hypnosis. You have lifetime access to them. And so I can restart you through the program. Or you can just pop in there and kind of look at whatever kind of speaks to you that day and listen to that one. And we all think in mantras. And so all of a sudden to have your brain full of positive, encouraging, supportive, thin and healthy mantras, you've never had this. You've never had any sort of psychological mindset support system during your weight loss. Never, not even once. The closest thing is Weight Watchers. And it's fine. It's the closest thing. But yeah, when you have like encouraging, supportive messages day after day after day after day after day, it impacts you. All you got is shitty messages coming at you from commercials. What's up, Santini? Santina? Santini. All this new awareness is overwhelming. My new awareness, I've been using food to beat myself up. There you go. Santina, you're very coachable. I will let you know that. I'll never mention this again. I don't want to beat you over the head with this, but you're very, very coachable. You're a sharp one, and you realize things very quickly. So that's a good sign. And you should consider if you can do it, the coaching. Karen says, you're right. Started acting, thinking older because of hip problems. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So I get it. Right. So it's like things happen. It's not what happens to us so much as how we think about it, how we frame it. And so I got this shoulder thing. Right. And so some people say, oh, well, that's what happens. You're getting older and your thing's falling apart. Okay, well, that's one way to think about it. That's not how I'm thinking about it. The way I'm thinking about it is I can't wait to get this repaired now while I'm still young so I can stay strong as I get older. And my whole focus for the next 6 months, they said it's going to be 6 weeks, 6 months. They don't know what's going on in here yet. So it could be 6 month recovery. So it could be 6 week recovery. I don't give a shit how long it takes because I know my focus is going to be on how to repair this and get this back to what better as fast and as solid as possible. Because it's foundational. I want to solidify my foundation and then build on it. And I'm so excited to do that. I can't wait. But again, how we define things has such a huge, oh, here I go. Oh, it's my shoulder. Now my shoulder's falling apart. What's next? I'm not doing that. No way in hell am I saying that to myself. Now I might get this fixed and something else in my body might break. And I say, okay, that's fine. I'm going to fix this and we'll keep going, So again, the way we internalize different things that go on is really, the key thing. KT says, for those of us that are single, our appearance is a major stressor, if not motivator. I think you got it right. Yeah, KT, it's a major stressor, not motivator. It's not a motivator. Stressful things, chronically stressful things are generally not very good motivators. Just so you know, and you know this, KT. I can ask you, are you more wrapped up in experiencing the stress of your appearance and your weight, or the excitement and motivation of letting that go and becoming the person you want to be? And the answer I already know is obvious. So the chronic stress has got you trapped. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's not a motivator. Again, understand the difference between, whatever. Hey, Jonathan, what's up? Hey, Jim, no idea how I've managed to maintain my goal weight, but just wanted to hop in here. That's awesome, Jonathan. I'm super excited for you. And yeah, you're almost getting married. When's the wedding? It's coming up soon, right? Karen says even 1% a day improvement makes huge difference in the long run. Yes, absolutely, Karen. And the most important time to remember the 1% better philosophy is when you feel like absolute shit, when you're being terrible, when you're being awful, when you're stressed out, when you're eating like crap. That's the time to remember, listen, let's just get 1% better. And that is magical. When you get 1% better, it gets you out of that funk. And it's crazy how much better you can feel just getting 1% better. Jonathan said, thank you for all your help. I've started loving all sorts of veggies and drinking a lot of water. Well, look at you, Jonathan. And that can happen sometimes, Jonathan, where, you're listening to me and I know I was able to kind of help your mindset a bit, but on top of that, you combine that with a tremendous motivator. So I'm super happy to hear that you're going deeper into what you did, because that's the sort of thinking and idea that's going to support you long-term. So great job. Great job. Jody said I'm permanently in your head. That happens. Yeah. My clients, I'm in their head. That's what you're paying me for. You know what I mean? You're all you get in your head is commercials and corporations, and their messages. Oh my goodness, Jonathan, the wedding's tomorrow. Well, congratulations and good luck. Super excited for you. Time flies, huh? Yeah. Right. It doesn't feel like 3 months ago we were talking about that. Yeah. I'm super, super excited for you. And then, yeah, once it's over, again, it doesn't matter. You're going to maintain perfectly or you're going to have struggles. Doesn't matter. Whatever happens, you address it and move forward, but super proud of you. What an accomplishment. Sophia says, I don't have to fight it. I just don't crave anything to eat. I'm not hungry before 4 or 5. Well, so what happens, Sophia? Does the hunger just flips on at 5 o'clock? Now you're starving? What's going on when you're craving? See, this is a dieter in a nutshell, right? It's like, I can't stop eating snacks and bullshit at night. And I have no will because I have no willpower. It's like, we just look at the willpower side of it, but we don't look at the hunger side of it. Where's your hunger? On a scale of 0 to 10, how high is your hunger when you can't stop yourself from eating crackers and bullshit? You know what I mean? Like dieters never take that part into account. Dieters just look at willpower and they never take into account how high their hunger is. But Program Yourself Thin, we're looking to manage our hunger and keep it relatively low. So we don't need a bunch of willpower to control our eating. When you're not that hungry, it's a lot easier to make healthier food choices. Aria says, do you have to count calories to maintain being extra lean? I was 300, now 190. Goal is 145. I'm 5'11". It's so much harder to lose weight now that I've dropped a lot. Yeah, and that's true, but again, with Program Yourself Thin, the focus is so different that, with weight loss, it's always about getting to your goal weight. And with weight mastery, it's about living at your goal weight for the rest of your life on your autopilot. So, do you have to count calories to maintain being extra lean? You're considering 145 to be extra lean because you were starting at 300. And I'm not saying 145 at 5'11 isn't extra lean, but it depends. Everyone's got a different body. So, to be 145 at that with those stats might be hard or relatively easy I don't know. So would you need to be really, 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 really intense with the counting of every calorie? I don't know. I don't like doing that. That's not what I teach my clients because I find that it has a very low likelihood of long-term success. So I look to make the eating more intuitive and structured so that you don't need to track every single calorie. So again, I'm not trying, I know I'm giving an unsatisfying answer, but I'm not doing that intentionally. It's so unique depending on each person, on your mindset, your genetics, your environment, your situation, your metabolism, where you came from 300 to now. I don't know how long it's been. So, there's a lot of factors that are there, but again, what I will suggest to you, and I strongly recommend it, is that I'd strongly recommend you go to my bio and get that hypnosis session, watch that video, read those emails, because you, Aria, have done so much work to lose the weight. Now it's really important that you start focusing on maintaining it, being that thin person, because there's a huge difference. And a lot of what's driven you is the excitement of losing the weight. And at some point, as we get close to the goal weight, that excitement kind of fades away. And so we need to replace with something else. And I talk a lot about that. As he says, you have me LOLing today. Well, good. Sophia says, my goal weight is 100. I'm 5'1". I'm so short. Back to work. Thanks, Jim. Have a great day. You too, Karen. KT says, when is the training tomorrow? Have you sent it out yet? I have not. And I still have to decide if I'm going to do it live or if I'm just going to record it. I will see. Sophia says, hey, Jim, I want to do your program. Super. Yeah. Go to programyourselfthin.com and you can just sign up for it, or you can go to my bio, click that, watch that stuff, and then you get some information about it too. Magdame says, how do you eat your favorite food? Great question. Now that's a great question. The way you eat your favorite food and weigh what you want is you got to change the way you're eating it. So you can still eat it, but we want to eat it more strategically. That means you probably eat it less often. And, how you eat it when you do eat it is up to you. But so you have to be strategic. So we have clean and pleasure days and Program Yourself Thin. So it's a holistic system. But a big part of what gets me through the clean days is I'm going to have a pleasure day of the food I really like to eat. So again, how I eat my favorite food is I really enjoy it and I look forward to it. And my whole week is really built around it. And so I use it though as a lever to get me to eat well on my other days as well, though. During calorie deficit. Yeah, same thing, Magdalene. So it's like, I'm going to eat that food I like, but I'm going to make up the calories my other eating. You see what I'm saying? So I'll eat extra clean. I'm extra motivated to eat clean on my clean days, knowing that I can eat the way that I want to on my pleasure days, if that makes sense. Sophia says, yeah, then I would not struggle at all. Then if you put it that way, okay, it's my mindset for sure. It's absolutely your mindset, Sophia. I promise you. Don says, sober October. I don't drink during the week, but weekends, pleasure days, but I do this every year. That's great, Don. Yeah. I think that's a wonderful strategy. I've done stuff like that. I get to the point now, I almost never drink. I really just drink on Friday and Saturdays typically. And I've even cut that down. So it feels good, but it's a natural way it's happened. Again, once you have a little more patience, it's so much better. You're not trying to rush everything and doing things this ridiculous time frame. What's up, Vicky? Vicky says, you always give me hope and inspiration. Well, I'm glad. That's what I'm here for. My Fit Mantra. Hello there. How's it going? I love that part. Double relaxed. Yes. Yes. How does your pricing work? How much for long and stuff? There's a couple different options, but the main program right now, again, like I said, I'm putting out just a hypnosis only program, and that'll be $97. The hypnosis program with the weight mastery program is $297. That's the one I'd strongly suggest if you can afford it. And then there is a coaching option if you want to get coaching directly with me. We have group coaching calls every Tuesday and Thursday where you get to work directly with me. And I keep the group small, so I spend a lot of time with you. So it's the deal of the century, and it's about to go away. But that's $1,000 for everything, for 8 weeks. So again, you can look at the pages and they'll kind of explain that, but that's kind of the overview of it. KT says, why'd you stop? You were talking about the difference between stress and excitement versus motivation. I don't know. Because I got to get out of here. Mary Loves Cookie says, I have a strong motivation. I want to be able to feel confident in my clothes, not being tight. And I want to date so bad. All right. Well, there you go. So that's the beginning of something, Mary, but again, I have a strong motivation. I want to be able to feel confident in my clothes. That's not strong motivation. That's weak motivation. And I want to date so bad. I also eat only twice a day, and one of those meals is super healthy. Yeah, but that's a licensing effect and hunger taking over. So the other time that you're eating, you're probably way overdoing it, Jonathan says, please, Jim, you look very smart. I feel like I have tried everything and I need your help. How much? That's how you sound, Mary. Calm down. Let's calm down. Show you're eating too many cookies, too many calories. There goes Jonathan. Yeah. That's funny. Mary loves cookie. $297. Why? Wow. Why is it so pricey? Why so pricey? I don't think that's pricey. Again, so Mary says, is it pricey? Is it not pricey? I mean, I can't decide that because money's relative. You know what I mean? But first of all, you understand people pay me $25,000 to work with me privately. All right. So you can imagine the type of person who can afford that and commit to that. But that's, you have to understand the scale of things. So when I say $300, is $300 too much? Is it? What are you looking for? So Mary says, well, I want to, she says, I want my clothes to not feel tight. That you don't give a shit about that, really. I mean, it would be cool. It'd be kind of neat, but you don't really care. I want to date so bad. We could probably get some leverage there, right? So imagine that you were able to reduce your weight by becoming the best Mary possible, right? So you took your weight loss and wrapped it in personal development. It wasn't just about losing weight. It was about being the best version of you possible. You started living healthier. You started doing the things that make you feel good. You started making new decisions where you felt proud of yourself, happy, successful. You started making better food choices and the weight started coming off. You started to reconnect with your sense of humor, with your sense of optimism, with your sense of success and, feeling like the best version of you possible. And that made you more attractive. And next thing you know, guys are approaching you, or girl, I don't know, whichever way you like to date, whoever you want to date, starts approaching you. They find you more attractive, not just because the weight's going down a little bit, but more because you're kind of letting your light shine. You look happier. You feel happy with yourself. You're living a life congruent with your goals. So if all that happened, would that be worth $300 to you? You know what I mean? So again, in this society, money talks and bullshit walks. We represent value by what we pay for something. All of you are probably watching this on a phone that cost you probably $500, $800, $1,000, So it's like, again, in America, you're conditioned to undervalue your health. How much have you invested in becoming that version of you, Mary? $300, it's, again, I do it because I understand financial realities for people, but on the other hand, it's like, if you're not willing to invest $300, I think you don't value it very much. That's what I think. Just to be completely honest. I don't think it's so pricey for what you could get out of that, but teach their own. And plus, I give you a bunch of free stuff. Oh, I'm just in college right now. Yeah, Mary, go get the free stuff, okay? I give you tons of free stuff, and no one gives you more free stuff than me. Right? I mean, shit, Mary, you're in college. I mean, that's one college book. That's one textbook. KT, the patience Jim has with the trolls on here deserves some kind of medal for real. Thank you, KT. Jody says, no, it's not pricey. My life has changed forever. I no longer have anxiety around food. Imagine. Yeah, and Jody's a superstar. I mean, she's in the program. And again, the people that work with me coaching wise, it's always just like, I mean, I get to see their transformations, but it's not just the weight. I try and tell it to you all the time. It's not just the weight. It's you becoming the best version of yourself possible. Program Yourself can truly is a personal development program. It's you being the best version of yourself possible. And your weight's one piece of that, so it's more than just losing weight. It's about becoming the person you want to be. And that shows up in all different areas of your life. And I know Jody would probably say, in addition to the help with the weight that it's helped with, there's other areas of her life that are really challenging and stressful. And it's the ways that the programs help those areas that have probably been just as valuable, if not more valuable than the weight piece. So Linda, as of this morning, I've lost 6 pounds. I started the first 5 pounds yesterday. I'm not starving. Look at that. So it's a screenshot of that because that's exciting, right? That's the first 5 pound session that I just gave away. Just gave it away. Other hypnotists be charging $50, $100 for it, maybe. I just gave it away. Got a free training coming for you. Linda listens to it. Already lost 6 pounds. Not starving. Because it's meant to be easy. It's the most comfortable, easiest weight loss you ever experience. So I eat only granola, berry yogurt with peanut butter for breakfast, and then just eat veggies. You think I'm a liar? Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Don't get mad at me. I do this all day long, and it's always the same story. So don't get mad at me, folks, if I don't believe you. Do you know what I mean? Because, I just posted that in one of our groups, the PYT group. I posted the Secret Eaters episode. And, again, you're eating more than you realize. If you think, now again, I don't know what your weight is. So maybe you might be 1 pound overweight for all I know. So I don't know what your weight is. So I can't really comment on it actually too specifically. But I don't think you're a liar. I don't think people are liars. I think they're unawares. There's a big difference. I don't think people are intentionally deceiving themselves or me when they say, "Oh no, I just eat vegetables and water." No, I don't think you're lying to me like as a liar trying to trick me. I think you're deceiving yourself. I think you don't realize where the calories are coming in, and that's a real thing. So please don't be offended by it. I'm not judging your character. I'm just saying people don't know. Sophia says, for me, the $90 seems more affordable. Would be doing hypnosis for that much and for how long? That program is going to be, it's 8 weeks too. So it's 8 weeks. Every morning, right to your phone, you get a 5-minute hypnosis session. Every night you get a link to each week it's so every day there's 57, 8 weeks. Every day you get a hypnosis session, a different one, for a total of 57 mantras in your head. And then every night, every week you get one session. You listen to that one repeatedly. So you listen to that session every night that week. Then the next week you get another one with another mantra and you listen to that each one. So you repeat the nighttime ones. The day ones are always fresh and new. And so that takes 8 weeks. You go through that. And then if you want me to restart, I can go through it again to double it down even more. But that program's coming. It should be there this week. Oh, right. 15 kilograms. Yeah. Right. So you're 30 pounds overweight and you eat, I eat only granola berry yogurt with peanut butter for breakfast and then just veggies all day long. What kind of veggies? Are they veggies fried and, battered and fried and served with cheese sauce? I don't know what kind of veggies. Don't tell me you're just eating granola and peanut butter and just steamed veggies all day. That wouldn't be true. I know it's not true. I'm about 15 kilograms overweight. I guess that's like 33 pounds. Yep. Sophia says it really works. Yeah, it really works. I mean, I guarantee it. Anyways, so Christelle says stop binging and cravings when started eating whole foods, even whole wheat bread. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, whole foods is really the secret. My fit mantra: could you suggest a perfect vegetarian meal to break 16 hours of intermittent fast? Rich in protein, low in carbs. I mean, to be honest, you'd probably know more than I would. I mean, as an vegetarian and a faster. So to me, it's like, there's best practices, but you got to figure out what works for you, what kind of satisfies you most, what's relatively easy, what you enjoy, things like that. What satisfies you longest. Mary says, I can tell you exactly what I eat. Go ahead. Tell me exactly what you eat. I got to get out of here, but I live for this. I can't, I get this regularly. And I think this always illustrates probably one of the most important points of all, that what you think you're doing and what you're actually doing are usually two very different things. And it's really important that you see what you're doing more accurately, because otherwise you get to the point where you say, no matter what I do, I can't lose weight. And that's almost never the case. So You know, you got to watch out for that. But I'll stick here for 1 second if you want to tell me what you eat. But I guarantee it's not that breakfast and steamed vegetables all day. I know that for a fact. But if you want to write what you eat, go ahead. Breakfast, big bowl of strawberry flavored fruity yogurt, then about 80 grams of granola on top and about 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. Well, first off, that's a lot of sugar, I bet. Strawberry flavored fruity yogurt, that's probably a big bowl. That's probably 40 grams of sugar, right? And that's not including the granola sugar. So you could be starting your day off with literally 50, 60, 70 grams of sugar. Yeah. Yeah. Linda said, I'm using a calorie counter app and was surprised at some of my meals. Yeah. Again, tracking your calories is great for a calibration just to see where you're at. You know, if what you thought you were doing is really what you're actually doing. And again, you embrace that. You want to know, because if it's more than you thought, great, because now you know that and you can fix it. The worst possible place is to be where you're like, oh, my eating's perfect and nothing's changing. You know? KT said she could be eating a massive amount of calories for breakfast alone. Granola's crazy high calories. Yep. Granola is healthy, man. Like, granola is not necessarily healthy. Wait, what? It's a lot of sugar. Lunch is chicken or tofu and fried vegetables. Yeah. Yeah. Limit those off. Yeah, but smaller portions. Yeah, Mary, again, I would, I mean, simply what I would suggest you do is just, if you, and you're lucky because it sounds like you eat a consistent structured meal. So great. But I would definitely, I would just look at my breakfast alone. I would look up that type of yogurt and I would put it into a calorie tracker. I would measure it one day. What's a big bowl? How many cups is that? I would look that up. Then I would look to see how many calories are in it and really the sugar. I'd be looking to see what the sugar is. I bet you're going to be shocked at how much sugar is in that granola or that yogurt. Then I would look at the granola and I would break down what it is. Not all granola is healthy at all. It's like a candy almost, some of it. So I would look at the sugar of the granola and the amount you're eating and the calories of it. And then I'd look at the peanut butter and look at the calories there. That's the calories I like the most, though. But I'd also look at the sugar you're eating in the peanut butter, because it's probably not natural peanut butter. Again, you might be starting your day off with 60, 70, 80 grams of sugar. You know, and then fried veggies, there's lots of calories there, because when you fry veggies, you take out the water and you replace it with oil. Oil's extremely calorie dense. So, you know, don't get upset about 3 cups, probably. Yeah, 3 cups of yogurt. That's probably, I mean, you might be in the 12, 1300 calorie breakfast. And on top of that, it's a lot of sugar. I'm betting. And then, you know, that affects everything moving forward. You're hungrier, you're more unbalanced emotionally, energetically, cognitively from the sugar, and the quick carbs, or the quick calories that you're getting there. But so yeah. But again, Mary, have an open mind, because I promise you, your weight always reflects your calorie consumption. There's no one on the planet that can, you know, reduce their calories long term and the weight not come down. Your weight's a reflection of your average calorie consumption. Gen Z says, been the same way for 4 weeks in strength training and getting steps in. Any insight? I mean, 4 weeks, most likely you're eating more than you think you are, you know, because as soon as I hear strength training, I think licensing effect. So you think you're burning more calories than you actually are, and you're eating more calories than you think you are, and it's causing you to be the same weight. And it's very difficult to exercise off the weight. It's really all about food. So that's my insight there. Mary says, I'll count my breakfast and calories and be back tomorrow. Thanks for so much how you opened my eyes. Well, great job, Mary. Yeah, I'm here to help you. So yeah, come back with it and I will give you more insights to it. Gen Z said, I weigh all my food on a food scale and track everything. Okay, so if it's 4 weeks, 4 weeks to me, I don't know if you just started strength training and starting the steps, but sometimes when you just kickstart like a lot of activity, in a weird way, it can kind of cause your body to kind of like go in a holding pattern. And so even though it's been 4 weeks, and you've reduced your calories and you've upped your exercising, it might take 6, 7 weeks for it to show up. People lose weight at all different rates. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that and internalize that. It's really, really important. to know that everyone loses weight at different rates. And so you may just be a person who loses weight slowly. Your body might be feeling stressed and it's holding on to the weight, and eventually let it go. So there's just a lot of little factors, I'm in a deficit. Nope, been exercising forever. Just started with the deficit. Okay, I'll keep going. Yeah, definitely keep going. Here's what I say. At the end of the day, well, 4 weeks, you're getting close to like, okay, that's a legit time period, but you just kind of started. So I'd give it 8 weeks just to see. And again, it's the mindset of thinking like you're in a deficit, which makes you think of it as a temporary reduction in calories, when in reality, what you're looking to do is reduce your average calorie consumption forever. They're two totally different mindsets. But one is like, I don't know, I'll figure out how much I need to reduce to lose weight. And the other one is I'll see what I can do to lose weight. And if it doesn't work, I'm about to quit, So yeah, just keep going and find out what happens. Yeah. Strength training since April and the results are very slow to see physically. Yeah, that can happen. All right, everyone, got to get out of here. Whoops. Yeah, if you're not in my world, if you don't follow me, because I'm always putting new videos up. So you never know when my videos might come and help you out. So go follow me if you don't follow me, if you like what I'm saying. Get my email list. Click the link in my bio. Go get the hypnosis session I give you. Watch the video I made for you. Read the emails I send you. They'll all help you out. It's all free. So go do that. And then if you like the podcast, it's Program Yourself Thin. It's on all the podcast platforms. If you have questions, you can get on here live. I'm usually here Monday through Fridays around noon Eastern, where you can get and ask whatever questions you want. I'll do my best to kind of help you out with it. So yeah. And then if you're really motivated, go get the program and get started with that. But all right, everyone, have a super duper day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.